Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you this very traditional Bengali bridal look. I'll be showing you both makeup as well as the bindi design. So if you're ready, let's get started. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. As always, I'm starting with my brows. I'm using the Ardell medium brown pomade to fill in just the sparse areas and to give it some shape. And to keep the hair in its place, I'm going to be using the Milani Brow Shaping Gel. This is a clear gel and has no color to it. To clean up the borders of my brows as well as a primer on my lid, I'm going to be using the Nika K HD Concealer in the shade Tan. To set this concealer before it starts creasing, I'm going to be using the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder. You can use any loose or translucent powder. I'm using some sticky tape in the corners of my eyes to get those dramatic sharp edges. I'm going to be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. First, I'm taking Roxanne with a definer brush. I'm going to carve out a crease, and then I'm going to use a small blending brush to soften it up. Next, with some concealer, I'm going to cut my crease using a flat shader brush. When I say flat, it's flat like Rumali roti. It's so flat. So the flatter it is, the sharper your cut crease is going to be. And then I'm going to lightly set it with some loose powder just so it doesn't crease. Next, I'm taking Queen. This is a beautiful gold color and I'm going to fill in just the outer half of my lid using another flat shader brush. To fill in the inner half of the lid, I'm going to be using Enlight. This is a beautiful shimmer color, and then I'm going to be blending it out with the gold that I just used in the outer half of my lid. And that gives you that very antique gold ombre effect, and as you can see, the cut crease also looks very crisp. For primer, I'm going to be using the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. Now, a lot of you ask me if you can just do with a moisturizer. On a daily basis, yes, but if you're going for a special occasion, I would recommend a primer because primer forms that sticky base and the foundation can cling onto it or stick onto it, which makes the foundation last longer. And now I'm using the e.l.f. orange crayon to color correct in areas where I have dark circles, dark patches and dark spots. I'm going to blend it out with my finger because the warmth in your finger helps to blend it out very smoothly. And then I'm going to set it with a little bit more powder before I move on to the foundation. That way the color corrector will not mix with your foundation. And for foundation, I'm using the Artistry Youth Xtend in the shade Brulee. This is a wonderful foundation and it's full coverage, which is perfect for brides. But just a word of caution, it can get cakey, especially if you have dry skin. So make sure you've exfoliated your skin very well, then applied a layer of moisturizer, let it seep in, and then applied your primer and then using your foundation. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and the shade is actually Illuminator. It's basically an illuminator. It doesn't really have a shade, but it says that in the back, and that's why I said it. It actually brightens up your face. It looks very light in the beginning when you apply it, but you can blend it out and it adds a lot of dimension, especially when you bring in the contour and the bronzer. I'm going to bake and set this with the loose powder while I finish up the eye makeup. I'm first going to be using Roxanne in my entire lower lash line. I'm going to smoke it out using a definer brush. I feel it's the kajal and the eyeliner that bring in the whole traditional Bengali look, because I feel like they have such big, beautiful eyes. So first in my waterline, I'm going to be using the Jordana easyliner in black, which is a black eye pencil. You can use any kajal, gel liner or a black eye pencil. And then to draw out a wing and line my top lash line, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild liquid liner in black. To make the black in the lower lash line thicker, I'm going to be using Abyss, and I'm going to be stamping it right underneath my waterline with a definer brush. Using a black eyeshadow instead of an eye pencil or a gel liner will keep it intact and will not smudge. I'm going to be using Beam to highlight my brow bones as well as inner corners. Before I use false lashes, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a coat of mascara. And I'm using a new mascara from Rimmel. This is the Scandaleyes Wow Wings. I used it twice and I absolutely love it. And for lash, I'm going to be using Bepholan faux mink lashes. These are cruelty free. They're long, they wing out, so they elongate your eyes and are perfect for a look like this. They're very inexpensive, but I further have a discount code for you guys if you want to go buy them, and it's in the description box below. That completes the eye makeup. Now let's move back to the face. To set my face first, I'm going to be using the Smashbox pressed powder in the shade 4. I'm going to be using this contour shade from the BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush Palette to add some structure to my face. To add more warmth, I'm going to be using the Sunshimmer Maxi Bronzer from Rimmel. And for blush, I'm going to be using this shade again from the BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush Palette. To illuminate, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Baked Highlighter in Twilight with the Sigma Highlighter brush. I'm going to be applying this on the high points of my face to bring that overall glow. On my lips, I'm going to be using two different shades of red. These are the Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lipsticks from Jordana. First, I'm using the Red Velvet Cake. And as a topper, I'm going to be using Cherry Cobbler. This is a lighter shade of red as compared to what I just wore, and that gives you that dual color effect, more like velvet. If you're a bride, don't forget to set your face with a setting spray after your makeup so that the makeup lasts the entire day. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. Now that we're done with the makeup, let's move on to designing the bindi. First, I'm starting with a big round sticker bindi right between my brows. And now with this white liquid liner from NYX, I'm going to start decorating this bindi with swirls and dots. I'm going to keep it very delicate and simple, so anybody can do it on themselves without much hassle. But if you want it to be bigger, you can definitely add to this and make more dots and swirls, and that'll make it bigger. The key is to start with something small and build upon it and maintain the symmetry on both sides. To finish up, I'm going to add some red dots just to give it a contrast, and I'm using a red lipstick basically, and I'm going to use the back of my bobby pin to keep these dots. For final touches, I got my sari on, I got my jewelry on, I got my beautiful neck pieces on. Basically, I've combined 3 necklaces here to make it a big choker. That's a trick that you can follow if you don't have a big choker. And here is the final look. I hope this tutorial was simple enough to follow, and if you're a bride to be planning to do your own makeup on your big day, I'm pretty sure you can pull this off easily. If you enjoyed watching me, as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and for your convenience, I'm listing all the products in the description box below. You'll also find my social media links there, so make sure you're following me on Instagram as well as Facebook. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new tutorial. Bye guys!